Hey friends, this is Dolynny TV. Glad to have you aboard this morning. I guess what's left of it, 22 minutes to go in a sleepy Saturday morning. It's a day where the Oilers are ready for another NHL hockey game. Obviously today against the Florida Panthers. We'll see if they have a winning result up their sleeve. The Florida teams so far, 3 out of 4 games against the Florida teams, tonight being the fourth. The Florida teams have won all 3. But before we get going too far, friends, today's more of an update, kind of catch up because of not posting yesterday, and we'll discuss everything that I can kind of see is going on around the NHL. But as we keep going as well, you remember I'm on that hunt for 15,000 subscribers this year, so if you are new, I'd greatly appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. Easy, free, all that good stuff. Just gets you the videos that much faster. All right, to image number 1 this afternoon, this morning, whenever you're tuning in. This one you would already seen over on Patrick's video from the Oilers Fanatic there. A couple of points from Tony Barr's chat this week with Ken Holland. Edmonton taking a week-to-week approach. RE goaltending in the organization. Obviously, Calvin Pickard's allowed you to continue to do that. Pickard's been solid when called upon so far, and you're hoping at least he gets you to Christmas, which looks like is the plan here for the Oilers. And I mean, there's 4 games until Christmas today. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday or something like that, so the Oilers aren't too bad off. And then Dylan Holloway, you know how this goes with Oilers injuries, the timelines. You get the initial timeline, it changes, and now he's a couple of weeks away, which puts us kind of right at the new year for the Edmonton Oilers. So when it comes to that, we discuss, of course, the Columbus Blue Jackets again today, who I wasn't able to confirm the reports that I was seeing on a couple of blog sites, but it looks like the Columbus Blue Jackets are open to pretty much trading anyone, which would again kind of explain why there are 40 plus scouts some nights, it seems, watching them play hockey games. Well, we know that our guy Brad Holland remains active in following the Jackets alongside probably a pretty good little crew of Oilers scouts who are kind of taking in everything they do, whether it be back at home or in person. Again, I'm not the guy to look to when it comes to finding how many guys from the Oilers are watching the Jackets in-house every night, but that is fine. The Jackets, though, the reason we should be watching them, and likely are watching them, is they are currently carrying 3 goalies, Spencer Martin, Daniel Tarasov, and of course Elvis Merzlikins. Elvis is the most likely target. We've known that all along. Whether you like that or not, you would have to admit Elvis Merzlikins over the course of his career gives you a little bit more goaltending than possibly Calvin Pickard can over the course of an entire season. That's just kind of plain facts right there, especially if you can swing a trade for Jack Campbell in there somehow, some way as well. So we go now to the last little update I've got for you here. Free agents, and this one that I saw another name there pop up this week that we've kind of forgotten about, that being Zach Parise. But you look at 3 big guys over the course of the past 10 years in the NHL, Corey Perry, Zach Parise, Phil Kessel, all headlining a strong class of in-season free agents right now for teams across the NHL. Now it's a strong class because of those 3, right? When you have those kind of names sitting around, I know they're old, I know they don't necessarily add what the Oilers are looking for, but you look at those 3 names being available to sign, not to trade for, to sign. You don't have to give up anything other than $775 against the cap. That's a pretty easy deal to make, and it would be reminiscent more or less with Corey Perry of a deal we made with Evander Kane. However, Zach Parise and Phil Kessel also out there, but I will add, as I put in here, while forwards aren't the focus, a $775 cap hit for one of these 3 guys would be beneficial enough, right? You think about it, for the Oilers, would you prefer to have Zach Parise, Corey Perry, or Phil Kessel over Adam Ernie? I think that's the biggest question. Would you prefer to have one of those guys available to you instead of a guy like Adam Ernie? And not necessarily today, but when it comes playoff time. I know, say what you will about Phil Kessel, Coach Chippy made pretty good publicity about that, but it's kind of one of those things, as all 3 of those guys proven winners over the course of their careers. I know Corey Perry's dealing with an issue right now. No need to rush him back to NHL action, but if he is available prior to the trade deadline, would you not want to look at possibly scooping him up, given whatever the actual details of what happened in Chicago are, you might stay away. But again, it's one of those situations right now for the Oilers where there's 3 guys that could definitely help the Edmonton Oilers bottom 6 in some fashion. Whether that happens or not, who knows? So friends, I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. Thank you so much for being aboard this afternoon. As I'm going to say, it's now 11:44 as I finish recording this, and very likely you will not see it until just after noon once I get all the doctoring done. But yeah, we'll catch you in a little bit here, friends, and obviously live stream tonight. I don't know if my plan is to go just one period or all the game, but we'll find out how you guys are rip-roaring this evening with me. So I am up on out of here.